Well, YouTube, I've made elevators in the past in this method with PVC pipe and styrene, and the one I built before, I have videos of it still on my page, but it was too big. I think I was still thinking of HO scale size when I made this. So this one here, I took dimensions off of the Walthers ADM elevator and pretty much built it the same size. It's about 6.5 inches to the top of the silos. And a Walthers elevator has, I'll get a little closer. A Walthers elevator has 4 sections, I believe, in the kit, and then there's add-on kits. And this one here is 10 sections on the big section, 4 on that one. I'm going to build a head house right there between it that will pretty much resemble the Walthers one. I might change it up just a little bit, but that's kind of what it looks like when I get started. Some of the glues kind of came apart, so there's some gaps, but I'll get those gaps filled in. This time around, I used hot glue to fill a lot of the gaps in uneven places, and I'm starting to use a Dremel tool to start to carve out the tops of the roof. And then I'll build more building and kind of get it smoothed out. If I get in real close, you can see how rough it kind of looks. That's just melted hot glue and things on there. It hasn't been shaved down real good. I'll get some body filler on there like I did in the other videos. And what my idea is that I'll have an elevator there, and then over the tracks here will be an unloading area where I can unload. And that's not exactly the permanent spot. I mounted this and glued it, like you can see there, to this MDF to give it some strength, because they were breaking apart and starting to look like that, where they just can't handle the weight of themselves. I'll get them glued together to that, and then I'll trim that down, and then it'll mate right up to the tracks pretty nice. I want this scene over here to look like a big elevator. There's the river scene and some farms that'll be down there, kind of at the edge of a town. Topeka, Kansas has probably 3 large elevators like this on the edge of town, on the north side of town. And they're out there by themselves. They sit along the tracks. And that's kind of the look I'm going for here. The main line will come around this, and there'll just be some room to have some grain cars being dealt with here. You can see through there, I've got the backdrop taken off right now. I'm going to put a bigger piece of backdrop that'll start down there at the end of the framework and come all the way down to the end of this here, and I will extend it to the very edge of the layout. And then I'll have a piece that will go, I'll hold this up so you can kind of see, but there'll be more backdrop that goes down to meet there in the middle, to where I can have a small hillside or tunnel here to break up the scene. And on the other side, through the opening of the backdrop, we'll have an overpass over that side. That's what I've been working on. I have more flex track bought to get around to the other side of the branch line there. I need 2 more pieces of flex track, and I'm still waiting on 2 turnouts that have been back ordered forever. I might have to eventually order those turnouts from somebody else, because they're taking forever for my hobby shop to get them. I always wanted to start building my own turnouts. I'm really tempted to get me a fast track jig for a number 7 turnout and start building my own, because I do want to have more layout later, and I'm not getting what I want out of this by waiting around to have them ordered and sent to me. So I don't know, I'm kind of rambling, but the main idea of this video was to show you how this elevator is starting to shape up, and then I finally got a building started. Please like, please subscribe. You kind of get to see how it starts. You get to see how it looks. I'm going to put the routing tool on my Dremel tool and really get in there and get those roofs shaved down and kind of defined a little bit better. I think this is going to turn out pretty nice. I've done this before. I've never built one as big as this, but this will be pretty neat. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Hope everybody had a great new year. Goodbye.